Cocktails and Culture Podcast. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, welcome back. Welcome back.
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
Now we got 3 episodes.
We're professionals at this point. We have gone through, we've done the troubleshooting. At this point, we are professionals.
Yes, we got started pretty quick today.
We got started really
on time.
We were on time. No CPT today.
Yes.
Okay? Love that.
Yes, love that.
What's going on, babes?
It's Monday, but it was actually not a bad Monday.
It's not a bad Monday at all.
Yeah, it was pretty chill.
I think it's also because it's nice outside.
Right.
So it's like it's easier to get some work done, get some organized, productive work done. So shout out to y'all if you had a good Monday.
Yes. And if you didn't, it's okay.
It's okay.
Wake up tomorrow, try again. It's okay.
If at first you don't succeed, yeah.
Dust
yourself off and try again. Okay. What we getting into?
So, well, first we're going to intro our cocktails.
Of course, cocktails and culture. In a past life, I feel like I may have been a bartender because I feel like I just get it right every time.
You do.
Just a little bit.
It's good.
So, this is a peach cran pineapple margarita. Basically, every fruit juice that I had in my refrigerator, I threw it in there. Get a little lime to bite the taste. Now it's nice and sensible.
Yes, I think this is the start of remember Benji's Juices? I think it was
Benji, something with punch and punches.
With this punch.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the.
I don't know. This might come out of it. You know. That's delicious.
Well, guys, thank you for coming back again. We hope that make sure you guys watch the first and the second episode.
Please. Make
sure you watch. Thank you so much. You guys have been super supportive. We've been getting amazing feedback. People loving the conversations,
Yes, thank you all for your comments, your love and support. We appreciate it, and I feel like it helps us to keep it pushing.
Yes, we appreciate the support, and even I even got support from people that I know maybe don't have the exact same interests as us.
That's good.
But they still love.
We're bringing it
loved
to
it.
We're bringing
They're listening to what we like,
and
I love that. It's even for people that just want to hear what we have to say about certain stuff. So. Love that.
Well, keep it coming. Keep watching. Keep sharing. Keep subscribing. Keep following. We're everywhere.
Interact with us too. Comment on the social posts. Comment on the YouTube. Answer the questions that we have posed on Spotify and Anchor and stuff like that. Even TikTok. We have a TikTok.
We're out there. There is no reason that you should not see us.
So make sure you interact with us. Join the conversation. Please join the conversation. We really would appreciate that.
So let's get into some things, child.
Thanks, honey. Okay.
So, first things first, on the realist. So, first of all, it is Pride Month again. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
This week, I saw... Okay, there are I'm not sure why, but we know why.
Right.
Money. During Pride Month, there's just such an influx in Pride advertising. I forget what the actual, name is, but it's called, Rainbow something. But anyway, it's basically all these big corporations are using Pride Month as they do for Black History Month, Juneteenth, even Christmas and Easter. They use it to capitalize and make money off of so on and so forth. But they don't
really.
They don't sometimes do not give it back to the community. And then they use the terms. Hi, gay. Make sure you sashay in for these 5,000 deals.
Please. No, but my thing is I work with big brands. I don't think there's nothing wrong with them talking about the issue, but it's what is the action? Are you donating funds to this organization? Are you partnering? Are you working with queer people or diverse people, Black people?
Or are you just profiting off of it?
Right. Exactly. And that's what I have an issue with.
And then sometimes the tone is off as well. So going into whatever Walmart did or is trying to do for Juneteenth, the tone of the merchandise, they had a beer koozie that had "It's the Freedom for Me," a part of their Juneteenth collection, and they had what was it, red velvet ice cream, I think it was. Don't quote me on the flavor of it, but one of the ice creams were a Juneteenth flavor of ice cream. So my thing is, I agree. You can celebrate it, but celebrate it correctly.
And it's you can be an ally. Just be an ally. If it's not a black, I'm speaking about black, specific to like black people in general, for like Black History Month, or black LGBTQ plus individuals. But like if you're a corporation or company, if it's not like black owned or black led, I feel like, not even really black led, if it's not black owned, I just feel like you shouldn't be saying the terms that are associated with black people. Like, don't call me sis.
Don't call me sis.
Don't do that. I don't like that.
Your sis.
Not your sis.
Nothing about us is sisterly.
Yes, all of that. Like, that obviously stems from like the gay culture. Like, I don't like that. Like,
it's weird.
It's weird. Like it's like coming to black gay culture, and it's like, don't try to, as like a white, organization, don't use like those terms. I think you can be an ally and be supportive without like trying to like play as black or something.
Down. But specifically, this one I saw did make me laugh. And it is the Burger King in, I feel like it was Austria. It's not Austria, Australia.
Yes.
I don't remember the actual.
Austria.
I think it's Austria. They have brought out an advertisement that has the Whopper.
Yes, and we'll insert a picture.
You see it, but for those of you listening, it's a Whopper with like the top bun is also the bottom bun, so that it's the same bun. So it's trying to be like same love, same gender loving, same buns. I feel like it was creative. It was creative. It was. If they wanted a reaction, they definitely got one. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, what at the end of the day, y'all, what's the point?
Yeah,
what is the call to action?
Yeah, what is the call to action exactly? And I think, like, again, reiterating in these like marketing roles of corporations, or even if the company's hiring outsourcing teams, like, make sure if you're focusing on like overall equality and inclusion stuff, that you have people within the organization that represent and has a personal connection to whatever you are, talking about. And that's not just for black people, but just in general, like whatever group of people you're talking about. Like, I think
make sure they're at the table.
Yeah, it's important to have like all types of people, because it's really like, it's kind of hard if you're not, if you just really can't play. This is
the analogy, metaphor, whatever the term is. This is what I want people to picture, right? Yeah. So you're at Thanksgiving. This is way off script, way off whatever. You're at Thanksgiving, right? There's the adult table, and there's the kids table, right? At the adult table, they're talking about adult things. They're talking about, I don't know, what do adults talk about? Whatever that is, right? But you have that, say your parent, your mom, your dad, whatever. They're talking about you to the rest of the adults. They're talking like, oh, Brigethia did this, Brigethia did that, oh, Brigethia so, right? And you're at the kids' table overhearing this, and you're not being able to speak up for yourself.
Right.
You're not able to say, okay, well, this is actually what happened. This is actually how I felt it went. That is the same thing as when big corporations try and reach out and talk about the communities, but don't have us present, don't have us there. All right, what's next, girl?
Okay, so maybe you guys have possibly seen, but over I think the weekend or the end of last week, so Kim K, and some of you guys know, she had Kim Kardashian Beauty. And then she took it down. She said they were going to come back, kind of refresh, renew, and we think it's probably because her and Kanye got a divorce, and his name was a part of it. Probably. Last name was a part of it. But she said, right. So she was saying she was like renewing something, and she was going to come back. So finally, the other day, she launched her skincare line, which is called SKKN Skin. Okay, so of course, people thought initially people thought like, well, Lori Harvey's skincare line is SKN by LH, but it's just basically SKN. So that conversation first right there was just like, okay, first of all, there's a lot of chatter about Lori Harvey's skincare line period, because like it literally was so just seemed like, I'm a celebrity, I haven't so much shower, and I'm about to do a skincare.
Isn't that how most of them go?
Yeah, like it's just like, all right, come on now, girl. Like, So basically, it was like, y'all are just so lazy with names. Like Kim, you obviously know Lori already had that name, a similar name. And then even with Lori's, it's just like, put something more into it. Like what? Like, it's just so disconnected. And that's what I hate. It's just like, it's really annoying a little bit because it's like, make your money. Like, Rihanna is doing her thing. Like, she's doing her thing, but it's like Rihanna came in, and I seen a video on TikTok recently. Actually,
I think I saw the same one.
Yeah, I was talking about it, and it was like, people was like, well, how come no one complains when Rihanna's a huge celebrity and she makes all these companies? But it's because Rihanna is like coming in and taking over like a particular like space where there was lack.
Yes.
Right, so there was lack in shade ranges for, you know, makeup and stuff like that, and you know, brands being inclusive with that. And same with like shapewear and like lingerie and clothing in general. Like, so she came in that space and was like, hey, I'm gonna take up this opportunity. As we see, not many people wear Victoria's Secrets anymore since Savage Fenty. So that was kind of like a step in, and Rihanna came in and stepped up a space, and that's why she's as successful with her companies as she is. So the next part about this, which is kind of crazy, is that this lady on Twitter, her name is the Grant Lady, and I'm assuming that, okay, she may be, okay, I don't know, she may be associated with the original. So there's a black owner named Sydney Lunsford, and she owns a brand called SKNN Plus. So she, it says, my trademark attorney sent out this email, so Kim K received a cease and desist from the owner, Sydney Lunsford, who owns the name Skin Plus, well, SKKN Plus. Kim has already launched a brand, SKKN, and she doesn't even know the name. The names are entirely too close. Lori Harvey and Kim K both launched brands with the names, as I just mentioned, when SKKN Plus was already owned by someone else. Why can't people be original? I hope this girl doesn't get brought out. Basically saying like she hopes that they don't just pay off the girl like, girl, can you just change your name and let us keep our names? So what do you think about like that?
I have so many thoughts. Okay. First thought, the influencer to make a merchandise pipeline, okay? I feel like, no shade to the influencers, but sometimes when they just interject themselves into markets that are already saturated with stuff, I feel like it's so they can continue to have some sort of influence so that they can get bigger corporations. Understand that, get your money, but like you said, do it in a way like Rihanna does, where it makes sense, right? Two, this is not Kim Kardashian's first time with this happening. I think it happened also with Skims.
So the name was like Kimono?
Kimono, yes, which was like, now, but that was bigger.
Yeah,
she should have known.
A reach.
That was a huge reach, but I also get it, Kim.
But no.
But Kimono still was like, girl.
I think Skims is way better.
Skims is way better, yes. But I'm just saying, like, how could she have? I understand how you got Kimono because you're trying to be fancy with your name, but kimono.
Right, and then but even like from us just being like communication professionals, like I don't understand how like
your whole team
like nobody was like, girl, that's
did we just talk about like, being at the table?
Yes, like hello.
You gotta have everybody at the table.
Like even when it comes to like Kendall Jenner has so many, and I'm like, does her team hate her or something? Because it's been so many times. First of all, the Pepsi commercial from a couple years back when it was like
because a Pepsi soda can is
she popped the can open and that made equality. No.
Let's give a white savior.
Miss the mark. Like, and then she released a tequila brand, which I heard was good. I haven't tried it yet. And
I missed the mark too though.
Yeah, because like the commercial was like her, I think, on a pony in like Mexico or something, and two little braids, like a little Mexican girl or something. It's just like, girl. It's just like, please think.
Please
with the kimono thing, I mean seriously.
Please think.
We know, like seriously.
Please
we know
think.
everybody gonna have something to say, but kimono, you know that's associated with the Asian culture. So it's just like, why? I don't understand. So yeah, no, I think that was just like crazy. But I mean, I hope that. I mean, I think the name sucks, in my opinion.
So what does SKKN stand for? Because there's only one K in skin.
I don't know. It's just called SKKN, I guess.
But you know what? At the end of the day, they making their bank. They find a way to get it done, to get them bills.
It's just like be creative. That's all I say. Be creative. Like think of a good name.
And if you're gonna copy something that's already being done, be creative with it.
Think of a different name. Like they could have a different name. Like Lori.
But then maybe why am I trying to make excuses for Kim Kardashian? Maybe she's trying to keep it in the family. Skims kind of goes along with SKKN.
Yeah, but it's like, do your research.
What happened to Kim trying to fight for the people that was incarcerated?
She's still doing it.
I want her to elevate that. I want her to amplify them causes.
She passed the bar.
Amplify that more. Talk more about your work with people who are wrongly incarcerated.
I'm sure she will. She has been.
Is that going to be on the Hulu? On the Disney Plus?
She talked about the experience of her
really?
Taking the bar and like the whole, when she took it on like a couple days before.
Okay, but not the bar, but I mean like the people that she's.
Oh yeah. She had like a whole thing and she calling on her friends like, can you please make a message about this? Like she really is, and that's why I'm just like, she's really literally using her platform. Like she literally is. Okay. So she's
using more, girl, and make sure your team
do their research.
And
that goes for all the celebrities. Like, come on now. Y'all got enough money to hire a team. And they should be double, triple, quadruple check-in, stuff like that. So. Okay.
Your favorite housewife has been in the news quite a lot lately.
I know.
Let's get into it. So, for those of us who don't know, Nene Leakes was recently called out. Actually, recently sued, or... well, what's the term? She was summoned with a lawsuit? Anyway, Nene's current boyfriend, his ex-wife, might be current wife, is suing... The ex-wife is suing Nene Leakes for taking her husband. Now, you may be thinking, is that a real thing? Can I really sue?
What? You can do
yes, you can. In the state of North Carolina, there's only, I think I read 7 states in the entire United States. If your man is like cheating and whatever, you can sue the man and or the wife or the new girl for like emotional distress,
that's right.
funds, anything that can fall underneath the sun, you can do that. What do you think?
Well, I ain't with talking to married men now.
No,
I'm not.
At all.
I'm not at all. But I think that's just like, girl.
Do you think it's a ploy?
Absolutely. But at the same time, it's just like, first of all, maybe because I'm a little prideful, even. Well, I don't know how I would be with my husband, but anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, me personally, I'm not about to be out here trying to sue somebody. Like, if you could take my man, baby, you can have him. So, I mean, I'm not about to be like, oh, I'm gonna sue you. Like, girl, have fun. Like, I'll be calling you for crying like, my man, girl. But to him, like, girl, enjoy money. Like, yeah, we got some kids. Make sure you can take them to practice sometimes too, since you won't be around your family.
Speaking of kids, this is what makes me feel like it's a little true. Greg, shout out to Greg Leakes.
Rest in peace, Greg.
Rest in peace, Greg. We love you. We miss you. Toot toot. Boop boop. Greg's daughter, I forgot her name. Greg's daughter called out Nene on Twitter and was like, she basically did the same thing with my dad and my mom. So, is this, at this point, is this a history of taking men? Are you now eating your words that you said to Kim Zolciak?
I don't know.
It's giving mess.
It is. But it's like, I'm sorry, but sometimes people baby mamas be a little bit bitter.
But is she a baby mama?
Oh, but
was
she
a wife?
That's true.
She's a wife. That's how she's able to sue. She's a wife.
Well, not her.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, like, Nene's, Greg's ex-person. I don't know if that was his wife or whatever. But in general,
like, his daughter.
Yeah, but he said that she did it with his mom.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you never know, like, and it's like, girl, it's been years.
Well, let's look it up.
Girl, get over it.
Let's go. Let's get the facts. It's not saying, but Greg. Greg was only married to Nene.
Yeah, so I feel like,
so it's probably baby mama.
It could be like, to me, and like, granted, maybe the mama's saying it, but the daughter said something. It's just like, okay, y'all want to say something now after he's gone, and probably because, of course, people felt the way because Nene moved on to someone else after her husband died. But it's like we don't really know what was going on. Like, I mean, we don't know.
We don't.
We don't know like what was going on. Like, we don't know if her and Greg could have had conversations like, babe, you know, I'm transitioning and I don't want you to be, you know, I want you to feel comfortable with moving on and being happy, because at the end of the day, everybody deserves to be happy. Like, you know, like she don't have to sit and just be sad by herself or not ever get anyone else. Like, you know, so, you know, I mean.
But was it not quickly?
It was. It was. I ain't gonna lie.
And I mean, it was like public quickly.
It was public, cause like sits below, but also at the same time she's a celebrity, so I feel like somebody would have seen it anyways.
Yes, she is a celebrity.
People would have seen it.
Yes.
Just like before this man, it was another guy. I don't know if you remember. It was like some young guy that had like posted pictures of her.
Yes.
And it's like, girl.
Wait, so that's not the same person?
No, it was some young man.
I'm Gab Smart.
And then it came this little dark skin man with the little beard.
Why did I think they were the same person this whole time? I didn't realize that. Okay. All right, Nene, come on and get this. Come on. Okay.
We got things to do.
Nene said, I have an agenda. Check.
Now, she ain't post him, but he was being messy and post her, like, pictures of them, like, in the bed together. I don't know, Nene, but I don't mind my business.
I don't mind my business staying right in my lane.
Okay, so next topic, I'm gonna get back on Mrs. Lori Harvey, honey.
Lori.
So, the streets have been talking because Lori, as we know, Lori and Michael B. Jordan were together for I think a year, and allegedly they broke up. Okay, so this is
Lori. Let me tell you something. Lori is one of those girls, and I love it. Mm-hmm. She's one of those girls that says, what is it? They give you 4 seasons. Mm-hmm. And if you don't do that within the 4 seasons, thank you, next.
Right. But it's crazy because when they first came out, like they're in a relationship, this blog was saying that the relationship was not real.
Really?
That it was like a publicity.
What was happening at the time?
I mean, when they announced the relationship, they were just saying like it wasn't a real relationship. Like they were doing it because.
I know, but like, what was happening in their career that it could have been a publicity stunt?
Oh well, Michael B. Jordan, he had some issues where he was getting backlash about like only dating white women or something like that, and people were saying like he was trying to get with Lori to like kind of show that he does like black women. And then Lori, like, I mean, she has her own stuff, but I mean, she doesn't say too much, so just, I guess, elevate her at some point. I didn't really know. I'm like, really? But it really does seem like Lori relationships, like, literally all be, like, the same amount of time. And then it's, like, on to the next person. But I just hate how every time Lori in a relationship with somebody and then she breaks up, it's, like, a whole thing. And then all the guys be so mad, like, oh, F her, like she's a whore, or like all this stuff about her, and it's just like, how many girls do y'all talk to and cut off? Like, bye. And I feel like men and women should be that way. Like, if it's done, it's done. Like, I don't care if you're Michael B. Jordan, okay, and I'm Lori Harvey, babe.
Thank you, next.
Period. Like, hello. And people like, I've seen so many things of people listing out who she was, her bodies, or how do y'all know? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Social media, when you are famous, is just
like, if you take a picture with the person, it's like, oh, they slept together. How do you know?
How do you don't know?
Right.
But you know who's the biggest perpetuator of that? Miss TMZ herself. Mm-hmm. She loves to stir the pot.
Loves it.
And her and the Shade Room.
And then the Shade Room killed me now, because now they put we do not condone bullying or something like that, and they captions like, please.
Okay.
Y'all know what y'all be doing.
You may not condone it, but you do incite.
Exactly. Y'all know what y'all be doing, even by just some of the stuff y'all post in general that you know people are gonna react to. It's like, come on now.
There's buzzwords all over the captions.
Right.
Everywhere.
Like, you know, it's like stuff that you know people are gonna pick at or whatever. Like, y'all be doing that on purpose. I mean, come on now. But yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Lori, whether relationship was real or not. Like, sis, if you need to move on, girl,
then move
do
on.
you.
And
You ain't
don't
gotta make a
care.
statement.
And y'all leave her alone
Leave
because
her
you don't want nobody on Facebook talking about your relationships either way.
Exactly.
Okay, so how about this? Everybody sweep underneath their own door.
Yes, period. Mind your business. That's
Mind
the
it.
important thing. That's really the vibe for life to me. It's mind your business.
Because once you mind it, it pays you.
Right. Thank you. Like, just leave her alone, please.
Please.
So y'all know we have to get into Real Housewives, honey.
Let's get into this. Where is the best place to start? I don't even know. So much happened.
It's so much.
Sheree, I know that I gave you a hard time on those first 2 episodes.
You sure did, honey.
I did, and I really have to let you know. It's my camera. I really have to let you know that I'm sorry. You do have a storyline, and I do want to say that I apologize. First of all, Bravo needs to be sued for the way that they edited her going to see Tyrone, because I feel like at that point, the way they were making it such a joke, I had already prepared myself for it to be a letdown. I already knew.
Yeah, I already knew it was gonna be a
shade,
letdown.
because I saw it on Twitter. But it was just so, I felt like Bravo was making a mockery out of like her real feelings. Like, Sheree, I feel bad for Sheree because even though Sheree, like, you're a grown woman and you should know that probably wasn't gonna work out at the end. But her heart was probably so invested, and I feel like once your feelings and your heart is invested, like, she rode for him forever, and I feel so bad that it played out on TV in that way.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Also, Sheree, you should have known not to go down to Pennsylvania if he was not already not answering your phone, or.
But I think she was already like close by that point. But Andy did say on Watch What Happened Live, he said that when they came and told Sheree, was like, okay, yeah, but she chose to sit there and continue to wait for him.
For the show.
For a show, I guess.
Okay, Sheree, make your coin, baby.
Right.
Make your coin.
She did, and I feel like supposedly it was because he was on house arrest or something, and for the reason why he didn't come, they came and told her excuse or something. I forgot what it was. I think it was like
they thought it was a setup or something.
Or it's not approved, or.
Yeah, but that's not okay. So I thought it wasn't approved first. That's why he didn't go to New York. Because that was too close to the outline.
Exactly.
But now she drove in.
Y'all are.
Doesn't he live in Philly?
Yes.
Oof.
She said we go to dinner all the time. How can what's the problem with him recording where he was? Like, they can't be on camera.
Because he was definitely on FaceTime.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it was a lie.
Phone.
And he's dead wrong, because you could have told her, like, Sheree, honestly, I'm not gonna come because it's just too much. Maybe it's like, and he has a right if he feel like he don't want to be on the show. He could have just said he don't want to be on the show. Like, I'm sorry, Sheree, but
then why didn't I say that from the beginning?
That's what I'm saying.
How long have they been dating? For 9 years.
Yes.
Why didn't they say that from the beginning? I don't want to be wrapped up in your
show stuff.
In your show stuff.
Like,
just put me in there.
Exactly. And I feel like that's a point too. It's just like, but I did honestly feel bad for her. It was like, but I love the advice that Kenya gave her.
I was about to say, Kenya, wow. I'm about to say I like Kenya. Oh my gosh.
She's doing pretty good. And
she is doing pretty good.
Kenya is not my favorite, but like, she really has been like giving great advice, like from her own personal experiences and just in general. Like,
Kenya has grown. Oh my gosh. Is Kenya most developed now? I won't say all that. She still got a little, she got, she said I went too fast. But yeah, Kenya really is, I think, because of the lack of experience that Kenya has had, it's really like, you know, good job, Kenya. But Sheree, we love you, we're so sorry.
Yes. Oh, and then when Sheree was calling him and the phone was like basically like she was blocked. Girl, first of all, she sat there for 2 hours.
In the cold.
Please.
First of all,
I'm going to the airport.
Why is Sheree sitting outside in the cold?
That's what I'm saying, girl. Go inside.
Go inside.
Girl.
Or go to another restaurant that's going to allow y'all to film if that was the issue.
So there was another tweet. This is part of the episode by S1E3. So Millie _ on Twitter. And it said, I still don't understand why Candy want women to wear vibrating panties to a play about black men's trauma. And look at the picture of I was cracking up because Candy, okay. Listen. We all know Candy is into that stuff, which is like fine.
And she wanted to have a good time.
If the play was about like something sexual or whatever, okay. But it's still weird because you're with your friend. That's just
very weird. And then the ultimate gag that the remote has the power to control anyone that's
I was like, all right.
I was like, Candy, what kind of game is you trying to play up here on Bravo?
Right.
Wait a minute.
And then Marla was like, she was like, Candy, seriously, you just doing too much with the sex. This is just too much. I was cracking up. I'm like, girl. She was serious, like, girl, you going too far. Cause it's like, girl, no, like, it's weird. And then on top of that, it's like y'all went to a play about black men trauma. Like, it doesn't. Now, if y'all was going to
you went to a play, period.
Right. If they were going to a what's those things called? A
burlesque show.
A burlesque show. Okay, it's like, all right. But no.
Y'all in the theater.
Yeah, like
you sit on a chair. All you hear is the chair.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
no,
that's so weird. Like, ew.
Weird. That was very weird.
I don't like that.
At first, when they first like brought it to the house, I was like, oh, it's a cute little girls trip thing.
Right, I feel like she should have just, if it was, well, not even just girls, because then your man not there. So it's just like, no. And now she would have gave it to the women and said, oh, for you and your husband, y'all personal
to use in your own time. Okay, that's different.
But to make it like, oh,
bring it on,
we're gonna switch remotes and people can like, no.
It was getting a little weird.
That Candy,
on national
baby,
TV. It was getting weird. I mean, do your thing.
Yeah, like
Candy Coat and Factory, they making their ones.
So the question that I kind of had as we wrapped it on up on the episode last night was, are you team Sheree or are you team Drew? I mean, not Sheree, Sonya or Drew?
Right now, I'm team Sonya at this point. And let me tell you why. Sonya is keeping it real. I feel like we've already said this before, how Bravo makes people your friend, and that's how you become like a cast on the show. Like the same thing happened with Mia and Karen. Karen did not know Mia all the time, at all, but they were friends. Sonya did that interview with Candy and was like, "Oh, we went out to a restaurant to dinner one time. We met up, then we met twice after that, but I wouldn't call her my friend."
But she did call her to pick her up when the car accident thing.
I thought that was the producers.
Oh, probably telling her to like.
I feel like she was filming at the time, and the producer was like, "Call Drew. That's your friend." That's what I'm saying. How infiltrated in the story are the producers?
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty sure they are. That's true. I didn't think about that.
But also, Sonya, you better tread lightly, baby, because I feel like that's some like confidential stuff that you're trying to show about y'all friendship. Because they're supposed to be friends.
Yeah.
So if you're showing there's holes in that story.
Yeah, but Drew also is like kind of embarrassing.
Drew is quite embarrassing, no shade. She's quite embarrassing.
It's just like the lies are just.
Okay, but I will say this though. Yes, I will say this though. I do not agree with Sonya bringing it up in front of the group. I feel like that definitely is a one-on-one thing.
I agree, but to her defense, she did say when she was in the room with her, which was very true, it was mad people in the room, which it was.
That's different. Those are people that Drew was paying.
Right, to be around her. That's true. And she could have still sidebarred her on the conversation. It was awkward because I felt awkward watching. It's like, picture if you guys didn't watch, like if you're in a room with y'all on a girls trip and you have a personal conversation you have with one of your other friends about something that you don't like or whatever, and then like everybody else sitting there like, oh, okay, girl. Like it was just awkward. Like, oh, you could have just when we weren't here, girl.
And as like if I was on the receiving end, if I were Drew, I would be like so uncomfortable. Like all eyes are on me. I've never heard
and
before.
And especially if they were having like other little random conversations.
Especially if we were
and it's just
like,
yes. Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
Even Candy was confused. Candy was like, what? Like what's going on? But can we talk about what is it called? Drop It with Drew.
That goes back to what I just said. These influencers.
Yeah. Not True got a BBL and you selling workout plans. And we already told y'all we team BBL. Like I don't care about people getting BBL safely. But girl,
If you
don't
gonna
lie.
do it, don't be trying to low-key. That is illegal.
Yeah, like
If she is selling it as she's the person
exactly
that like did this camp and dropped all this weight with no surgery or anything.
how much it would cost? That's
But
what
also,
really look up.
let's look it up now. But also, I don't know. It's a little touchy because she's saying that she had medical reasons that why she got the surgeries. She never said anything that she got she did not say that she got a BBL. She said she got a mommy.
A BBL is mommy makeover too.
Really?
That's a version of it. Yes.
Shut the front door.
There's different ones.
Drew, see, I'm trying to be reasonably shady.
Girl, it is what it is. Okay, Drew.
What
Listen,
is that?
a lot of the girls do that though. They go get the BBLs, and then all of a sudden they're a workout instructor and they're selling fitness plans.
Well, you do have to.
You have to maintain.
You have to maintain.
Yes.
So maybe that's what she should have.
But it's people that lie, and I'm not saying Drew has, because Drew did say she had it.
What kind of website?
But there's a lot of people that lie and be like, "Oh, I worked out," but the whole time you got a BBL, and then you're trying to sell workout plans. Like, baby, you didn't even use the workout plan. So, but you know, if she had her health stuff, it's like okay. But it's like she couldn't even answer clear questions about it. It was like kind of sketchy. So I was just like, girl. Okay, so I think today or Friday, Phaedra was on. Phaedra she used to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was on Wendy. Mm-hmm. And they asked her about Michael Rappaport, which is hosting right now. He asked her about like what does she think about Candy. He was asking her what she thinks about Real Housewives of Atlanta this season. And she basically was just like, I don't watch. I'm in Dubai, honey.
Phaedra.
I love Phaedra, but girl, what are you in Dubai for?
Why are you in Dubai?
Like,
and also, girl, you are a friend of at this point.
You're sure even a friend of.
You were made an appearance, baby.
Right.
These girls are peach holders.
Right.
And why you talking about your old castmates like that?
Right. Cause you did something. They can't
Cause
be
you the whole reason why you're not on the show no more.
Exactly.
And now you being shady to them.
And now you being shady. Like.
But now what? I'm not gonna say what she was saying was true though. About the viewership. The viewership is low.
Oh, it's definitely low, babe. It is what it is, honey. Listen, the view.
But she's saying like she's saying like it's because that she's on the show.
Girl,
it's
you ain't
definitely
been on
not
the show.
because of you.
It's not because of you, Faith.
But also Dubai, why was she even there?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I haven't watched it, but I am gonna watch.
You haven't watched it? Have you watched the first episode?
No. You watched first episode?
I don't want to influence you, but I did watch first episode. I watched the first 30 minutes, and I was like,
you couldn't get through?
I couldn't get through it.
Oh my god,
I
really?
couldn't get through it. Because I was excited for Dubai, because I was excited to see Dubai. I was excited to see
the girls look beautiful too.
The melanated skin, the gorgeous, like gold is just dripping from them, and just wealth and knowledge and beauty. And I mean, the ladies on there are beautiful and they have all those things, but it's very Americanized. But something to me, it just doesn't give what I wanted it to give.
Okay.
Now, I will say that supermodel, I think she's from Kenya. I think her name is Ayan, Ayan. She is gorgeous.
I think I've seen her. She's a black girl.
Yes, she's the first black supermodel.
She reminded me of Iman.
Yeah, she reminds me a lot of Iman.
For a second, when I seen the clip, I thought that was Iman. I was like, oh my god, Iman.
But she is gorgeous. And she's the one that's the viral clip that's been going around saying that she's like a bad B word in 4 different languages.
Okay,
that's her. I would probably continue watching just for her.
Just for her, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch. I definitely want to see like what it's given, if I'm gonna be interested. But like, we'll see.
But the drama is also giving like
boring.
It's giving Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Beverly Hills season 1.
I want to watch Legos too, but
I want to watch Legos, but Legos is not on anywhere that's streaming.
I know.
that I can watch it.
It's not on Peacock?
No, because Bravo's Housewives are the original Housewives. Mm-hmm. But there are other Real Housewives of so-and-so that are not associated with Bravo. Mm. So, like, there's Real Housewives of Cheshire. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I think that's not in America. There's Real Housewives of somewhere in England. There's Real Housewives everywhere, basically, but there's only certain ones that are associated with Bravo. So that's why Dubai is such... Not only is it another franchise that's being premiered, but it's Bravo's first international franchise.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, but I do want to watch Real Housewives of Lagos because those women look fabulous, and I want to know everything about them. Their promo shoot was gorgeous. I just want to know everything about them. I just don't know where to watch it. We have to find a way to watch it. So if y'all know, if you're watching it right now,
yes, tell us.
Tell us.
Know we can watch
maybe
it in America.
Maybe get a VPN.
Maybe.
Like a private. We'll do the research.
Okay.
If you know some tips, call us and let us know, because we'll do so.
Right. Yeah, no, I definitely want to do that to watch. So next, I want to talk about, I think last week, The Real had, like, the talk show The Real had its last, like, ending episode. I used to love that show, but after a while, it just got a little boring. After Tamar, and then once Tamar left, it was like, okay, it was like not the same, but it still was like, okay, but then it started to be all these different hosts added and taken away, and added and taken away, and I just was like, okay, this is too much.
I feel like the real down spiral of the show was when sister, when she left.
Yeah, it's like, Tamara's gone now. Yeah. It was just like, okay, some people leaving, it's just time to wrap it up. But, so... Amanda Seales, which was one of the hosts, that was on for 5 seconds.
2 minutes.
She made a video. Basically, they had like a farewell episode, and they included all the other hosts that they previously had, including Garcelle and Tamar. They did not include her. I think they should have included her.
Why didn't they include her?
I'm not sure.
When she left the show, did she leave the show on good terms?
I don't know, because she did say that she felt like she could not like be in her true self, like true blackness and all that stuff. Which again goes back to what we just were talking about, you know, representation and, you know, having diverse people, blah blah. But what I feel like the Reals, whoever the producers are or whatever, what they thought with letting Tamar go, because there were different rumors on why Tamar got fired. But one of them that I did hear was that, like, the advertisers that were paying for the show, they felt like Tamar was, I think, a little too urban. And I don't know if that's 100% true, but I think it makes sense because she was a little bit more like, I mean, Lonnie was too, but like, I think Tamar was a little bit more just like...
But see, that's my issue. If this is supposed to be a table of diverse women, and you're supposed to have everyone represented, even if Tamar was giving off urban or whatever they wanted to throw her ass,
but it's called The Real.
It's called The Real.
Right, and then I think they hired Amanda. First of all, I don't know why they thought Amanda was going to be anything different from Tamar, because one thing about Amanda, she's going to talk about...
Yeah.
And Tamar gonna talk about things from a standpoint of like, Tamar's from what, I think Baltimore.
Yeah.
Like, girl, Tamar from the city. Like,
she let y'all know what she
gonna say what she gonna say. Like, she's a black girl. She's gonna talk her mind, speak her mind. Amanda also, but Amanda is more so on the like talking about like racism and all that. Like, I think that's like, I think her background, I think she like got degrees in like, I don't know, like African American
she's like a researcher.
Yeah, like researcher, like back in 1945 this happened. Right. Like, that's how Amanda is. She may not be perceived as ghetto or urban because she's a mixed black girl. Maybe they thought that was gonna change because her, but I don't know why they would think that with Amanda, because Amanda, she's a little annoying to me, but she's still gonna speak her mind on things, and I think maybe they thought like, oh, okay, she's a little bit more toned down version, like but no, Amanda.
But when she left, was she like professionally, was she on good terms?
I don't know. I know she did say something about her not being able to be like authentically herself and be able to speak on things, because maybe they were like, maybe she wanted to talk on certain things and they were like, no, like we don't want to talk about that.
So it was getting a mess.
Yeah, so that's why she probably left.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think they should have included her because she was at the end of the day a part of the show.
True.
And I think they should include her. They included Tamar, and there was a lot of drama with Tamar leaving as well. I think they should have still included her. But I do think Amanda Seales is like a little annoying.
I mean,
but I understand, like, she, like, but I don't know if they felt like it was a bad ending, so it's like, we just not, we severing our ties with her, like, we don't want to mention her, it's over. So.
But you can't, but she was on the show for what, more than, it was just one season or two? Either way.
She was on a couple months.
She was on the show, y'all had her on there, she should have been a part.
She should have been.
But I didn't see the clip. What clip, like, what compilation were they showing?
It was just like a farewell episode. It was talking about like moments on the show.
So they had like, these are Tamar's moments.
I didn't watch the full clip of that, but I know that like it was like an image of like all of the hosts, like photos of them listed, and she was not on there.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like just like, I thought you were talking about just like B-roll, and she wasn't there. But
I'm sure they showed videos
blatantly.
But yeah, no, they didn't include her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should have been included.
Yeah, I think she should have been.
She was on the show, regardless of if she had some negatives with them. She should have been on the show, or she should have been included in the farewell. Even
if they felt like we didn't, and well, let's ask her if it's okay for us to include. I think they could have just been like, hey, it's okay if we include clips. Because then she would have been mad, and then she would have known. She would have decided to be like, no, I don't want to be a part of it, or yeah, that's fine, you know, whatever.
All right, girl. So who are we raising the glass to this week?
So this week, I would like to raise a glass to Saucy Santana. Yes.
Yes. Santana got that sample clear, so
yes,
you know it's
about
coming.
The queen herself.
I know that's right.
Period. I want to raise a glass to Santana because I love the way he is literally just putting on for queer people. Like, I love it. Like, absolutely. For him to be becoming mainstream, he just recently got a record deal with, I believe, RCA. He's like performing at these huge festivals. Like, he's sitting next to the best. And what literally made me think about him, because yesterday I seen a clip of him performing at a festival, and Lil' Kim was there and her daughter was backstage, and they end up seeing each other. And Lil' Kim was like, my daughter is literally your biggest fan, and her birthday was next week, and this is one of her gifts. She wanted to come to see you perform, and he gave her like money for her birthday and all that, and it was so sweet. Santana. Like, Santana, Lil' Kim's daughter is your biggest fan. Santana. Like, who can really say that?
I love that.
Like, the queen bee herself. Like, literally. Like the one that birthed a lot of the women rappers today. Like, she started it with the fashion, with everything, the hair, the beauty, like everything. Like, her daughter is your biggest fan.
Santana, you are Lil' Kim and Beyonce approved. Like, what a time to be alive.
What a time. Like, I'm literally so proud of him. He's from Florida. Well,
he is not from Florida.
He's from Connecticut.
But he is Florida representative.
He was raised.
He was there long enough.
I think he was there like when he was like 10 or something. I think he moved there, so.
Yeah. He's still performing. We still claim him.
But it's like, I'm just so proud of him, coming from like seeing him first on Carisha, Young Miami's Instagram, to like him just being his own thing, like his own lane. Like, I love that. He's on Lil Nas X album, I believe he said. Like, he's doing it. He is. And I'm so proud of him. Like, and it's like, I feel like it's like he does, like, he always talks about like representation too, and like he may not look like the typical gay boy or whatever. Like, he, you know, he wears the nails, but he also has a beard, and sometimes like he doesn't have like he has a girly look to him, but then he also, like, he does what he wants, and I love that. Like, I love it, absolutely love it. So Santana, we're raising a glass to you, honey.
Yes. This week, I think I'm raising a glass to multiple people. This is the entire cast, crew, and production for Legendary on HBO. You know what that is?
No, I watched it. Wait, Legendary.
Legendary on HBO, you've never heard of it? Oh my gosh, girl, how you gonna have a show and never heard of Legend? I'm kidding. So So Legendary is it is a competition show on HBO Max, and it is centered around the ballroom scene. So there's different houses. Like right now, it's Yoshi Yamamoto. There's Machiavelli. There's House of Revlon. All different houses from the ballroom scene. They're in the third season, and they all compete. They dance, vogue, down the house beats. And they're all competing for a cash prize. Each week, they have challenges, as you would in most competition shows. And the judges, the panel of judges, Laomi, who's a ballroom choreographer, icon, superstar. La Roach is on there, the stylist.
Is he?
You know La Roach.
Kiki. I don't know.
Kiki Palmer's on
Kiki
there.
Palmer. Okay, I've seen the clip.
Jamila.
Because I seen when people was like, Kiki read Law.
Yes,
yeah,
I'm on that episode now. But
yes.
This has been like, I would say this has been their best season. The houses have not been performing as well as previous seasons, but I feel like maybe they are performing well, but from previous seasons, the bar was set so high that they are just trying to shoot over it. But particularly on the show, the Kiki House of Juicy Couture has been doing a really, really, really great job. So I just want to raise my glass to them for representing us on this national stage. We love y'all. Raise y'all. Raise a glass to you.
Really glad.
So,
I have to watch that.
Yes, you need to get into it. There's, like I said, they're on the third season right now. It's a binge watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get into it.
Get into it. But I think that wraps us up for this week. So, you have anything to say? Anything to close us out?
Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys. We really appreciate you. Continue to subscribe, share with your friends. Comment below, like we said, interact with us on social media, Instagram, TikTok. We'll be posting. Interact with us. Let us know maybe something you maybe want us to talk about as well. Like, let us know what you think about what we discussed this episode. And
yeah, well, that's that on that. I have nothing else to say. With that being said, have a fabulous week, y'all.
yes.
We will cheers to you next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Alright, it's about damn time.